Hey guys, welcome to That Pedal Show. Pick and Mix, Dan here.
Mick here. Hello. You'll forgive the disco lights. Dan was getting bonky. So we had to put the disco lights on. For those of you not au fait with the disco lights, we have disco lights.
We have disco lights.
We also have Light Up That Pedal Show pedals made for us by Thomas Foley of Chicago. Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you, Thomas. What a legend.
We will place them. We've received them today, so we'll place them around the place in a more random fashion.
Okay. Let's begin then. The pedals we have today, we have the Lillian from Walrus Audio, their new 6 or 4 stage phaser.
We have the Runestone by Mythos pedals, which is a exclusive to Riff City Guitar of various locations in the America.
Cool. We have the Storm by SoloDallas.
And we have the Chromatron by
3-Leaf Audio.
3-Leaf Audio.
Right, let's begin there, because this thing is awesome. So 3-Leaf Audio, lots of bass players have started using these guys. I know that Paul Turner has started replacing his... Oh, it was going to happen.
Oh, it's the first time this has ever happened, Dan.
All right. So, forgive us all bass players out there. Where's the El Honko? Where's the horn of love?
Paul Turner.
Paul Turner. Amazing bass player, plays for Jamiroquai. Shout out to Rob Harris, who we also caught up with while we're out in LA. We're going to get him on the show soon. Disco.
Come on, man.
Okay, you ready? Here we go.
That's the end of the bass journey for That Pedal Show. But we still got the disco lights on and we're not discoing, Dan.
You were discoing hard. It was awesome.
I can't have to play with the plectrum. Hit me with your out of rhythm stick.
Okay.
So is it? It's not just for bass, is it? It's for guitar
It's not
as
just
well.
for everything.
Thank God
So
for that.
these, I know that Paul Turner has replaced his original Mutrons with these. They are making just spectacular filter pedals. Now this is...
Oh, I see. Chromatron, Mutron. I see.
Yeah, Tron.
Tron.
Now, we can't get into all the features because there are send and return, so you can put effects in the loop.
Oh, nice.
Of this. You can affect the you've got a mix control. So if you get funky for me for a second.
Sorry, Rob. That's if you ever watch this.
That's awesome. What you can do is you can blend the clean a direct signal in with that, so it's not all being filtered.
Such a cool sound.
It's a great sound, and I have not heard better, to be honest. I think
really?
They're amazing. They're absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I mean, apologies for playing kind of cheesy stuff, but I think that's what shows it off.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It shows that the sensitivity and how dynamic it is. Here you go, try this. It's going down now. Oh. As opposed to up. Very, very, very cool filter.
So presumably you can do all of the up and the ramp in and the ramp out and the depth of it, the shape of it.
It's all there.
Yeah, I must admit, it's not something that I understand massively well.
To do filters properly, so we've had loads of filters on the show, and whenever we've put the original Neutron on next to them, so you hear the original Neutron and you go, oh, yeah, man, they nailed it the first time. That, like I said, there are guys replacing, because the original Neutrons are obviously they're not made anymore.
Yeah,
they are engineered like they are the Concorde of effects pedals. The engineering side is unbelievable. So
it's all analog, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And they have their sound, but guys are matching their Neutrons with these.
Give it a wang.
Very, very cool.
I want to hear it with some overdrive.
Okay.
seems like a good place to move on. What does the mode button do? Do you know?
I'll tell you. Right, we have the mode foot switch toggles between the envelope and expression control modes. Use a TRS cable to plug your favorite expression pedal in, and then use it as a sweep.
Fine.
There you go.
Right, we had a great conversation at NAMM with Filippo
Oliveri
from SoloDallas, who is a tremendously charismatic,
absolute legend
human being. And if you ever get a chance to read an interview with him or let him tell you the story of how this thing came to be, the brief version of which is fascinated by Angus Young's sound and did some research into what was important in Angus Young's sound and discovered that the original, was it Schaefer wireless unit.
It was the only thing between Angus Young's guitar and his amp. And even in the studio, he would record with this wireless unit. And there was something about the preamp in this. You know, without it, something was missing. So he got totally fascinated by these things. Obviously they became they went out of production and became hard to get hold of. He found a couple of originals. He's done a deal with the original designer that he's now able to bring the original preamp of these wireless systems.
Yeah, Google it. It's you've probably seen pictures of it.
Fascinating
Google it.
story.
It's a Schaefer wireless system, and it's this sort of thing that looks, I don't know, very vaguely like a pig nose amp. It's kind of
a little
smaller,
tower
little
thing. Yeah, like,
black thing that's kind of upright, totally odd looking thing. He reverse engineered it.
Yeah,
and builds replicas, right?
Yes,
which costs a lot of money.
That's right. But the preamp, which is the thing that gives it a sound, that's what we have here.
Okay, so as you can see, we've got our SG and a Marshall.
Ready to rock.
Well,
I'll tell you what. Why don't we let's hear it by itself, and then we're going to juice the Runestone with it.
Okay.
Okay. So if you can give it a little bit of love. So this is our direct sound.
I should pick up some humbuckers is what I should do, probably.
Okay.
I think would make sense. This is a mahogany body guitar with humbuckers. It's not exactly an SG, but it doesn't have a maple cap. It is a mahogany body guitar with humbuckers.
Cool.
Okay.
Right. Here you go. Very cool. Now we just turn the gain down a bit, the boost down, and see what it's like as a clean boost. So with the boost section down.
Yeah, okay. However it goes, I apologise to all the AC/DC fans out there. I used to love AC/DC as a kid. You wouldn't believe it, would you? That's really cool, actually.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look at this then. This is the Runestone from Mythos, who we also met.
Zach
out in
Zach from
Anaheim.
Mythos. We're going to come back to the Storm. I want to hear it into a Marshall style amp.
Okay.
With the right guitar, because we're going to buy an SG. We've decided that today.
Yep.
So we're.
I think we're going to be coming back to this quite often because I think that sounds amazing.
It's killer. So we will return to it. Just wanted to show you it as it is today.
Yeah, and we'll juice this with it in a second.
Yeah.
So it's like a blues breaker styley thing.
Yeah. So there was a Mythos pedal called the Dealdius, and I apologise, or the Deald. Is it Norse mythology?
Yes.
Yeah, some kind of mythology.
It's lightnings and hammers and shields
and is Dealdius or Dealdius.
Okay.
Anyway, that was the original pedal. which was...
See the one with all the arms?
The Day... It's DAE, so TheGigRig.
Okay.
TheGigRig.
Right.
TheGigRig.
Great.
TheGigRig. Anyway, whatever. By Mythos. Hello, Zach. Sorry. It was a Bluesbreaker style thing. Type circuit, so that kind of medium to low gain, transparent E type overdrive. It's come back as a exclusive thing with Riff City in the US. It's got more volume, it's got expanded tonal palette so that it's more useful across the range apparently. So it can now work as a nice boost as well as an overdrive, because one of the things about the Bluesbreaker style circuit was that it wasn't great at low gain, was it? Do you remember?
No, it was very didn't have a lot of output.
Yeah, and I can't say that I've ever played a Daedalus. Yeah, one of those. So I wouldn't be able to say how different it is, but anyway, that's what it is now. It's got more usability across the range apparently
than the Adidas.
Than the Adidas.
Okay, there you go. All right.
Avschwang, Dan. Come on, your turn.
All right. Get in.
You like it boosted with the Storm, I take it?
I just think that sounds awesome.
You get how every pedal should be set. Sorry, I just wanted to hear that. I hadn't heard the runestone with the Strat.
Yeah.
But now's the time for that. Tell you what's cool about that is there's a lot of gain going on there and stacking, but the clarity in it, both these amps quite high headroom. But the clarity in it is.
I'm going to have a play with that Storm with a couple of things because I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
It is cool.
Okay, moving swiftly on then. Lillian.
Do you know why it's called Lillian?
Because there was Eddie Murphy had a gag about. No, I don't know. I don't know why it's called Lillian.
I did some research. Get this.
Getting it.
So I don't know why it's called Lillian, right? So I thought the internet will know. Take your pick, Dan. Take your pick. Lillian Bader.
Right.
Was born in Liverpool. And she served as an engineer, I think.
She wasn't a fighter pilot.
No, she wasn't, but hang on. She worked briefly at the Navy, Army and Air Force Institutes, blah, blah, blah. She volunteered to join the WAAF, which is, I guess, is the Women's Air Force or something, and trained as an instrument repairer.
Ah.
Right, so that's her in the RAF.
Right.
Right?
So this is one theory.
So this is Lillian Bader.
Okay.
Yep. That's her.
Brilliant. Is this theories that you've pulled off from...
Yep. Emma Lillian Todd.
Right. Another Lillian.
Who was another Lillian, was the first female inventor in aviation.
Ah.
Right?
Yep.
She was born in 1865 and died in 1937. Lillian Yonali was a World War II pilot.
Okay.
Okay?
I think we're getting closer with the World War II pilot because it looks like that's what she's rocking.
Yep. And Lydia Vladimirovna Lietviak, also known as Lilia.
Lilia.
Yeah.
Still not there, but anyway.
Was a fighter pilot in the Soviet Air Force. So there's me thinking, type it into Google, all these Lillians. Surely there's only one Lillian involved in aviation.
It's not just his mum's name.
So I think you're right. I think it's probably there. But that helmet looks pretty Soviet to me.
It does. And she's got that look.
Anyway, to all Lillians involved in aviation history who may or may not have inspired the Lillian Phaser.
Thank you.
Chapeau to you for your
chapeau
for your brave work and service, and all other Lillians and not Lillians.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
I think we've got everyone.
So, yeah, I was surprised at how many Lillians there have been
evolved in phases.
In war era.
In certain phases in history.
Yeah.
Like it.
4 phases, you see?
Very good.
It's a shame I couldn't find 2 more. Because, Dan?
It also has a 6-stage phaser.
We could be on the radio.
Well, we couldn't because I spend my time, what's it called? Not gassing. Swearing, exactly.
Procrastinating.
That's right. Okay. These guys, we're fans of these guys.
Walrus Audio.
They've been coming up with some great stuff. I've got their river pedal on my board, which is spectacular. Their delay pedal, the ARP87, I think we've used loads. Sounds brilliant. They also brought out...
The war horn up there, I think, is exceptional.
Yep. Now, they brought out a chorus pedal recently called the Julia.
Yeah, not that recently, but yeah.
That has a very similar layout. And what I really liked about the Julia, that this one has as well...
I looked up Julias in World War II aviation. I didn't.
And it has this mix knob between the dry signal and if you go all the way to the right hand side, it ends up being vibrato. And it's the same situation with the phaser. So if you have Schwang on this for me, please, kind sir. That's direct with no effect. If I go all the way to effect, you hear that little bit of modulation there.
Yeah.
But now when you blend them together, and of course with the 50-50 is the strongest phasing sound.
Yeah.
Because of the mixing of those two signals.
That's really nice because in some situations you can find the sound too wet.
Yeah.
So you can just
it's magic.
Get it sat where you need to get it sat.
Yeah.
How is that different from a normal effect level control?
A normal effect level control, you can go 100% wet with this.
Okay.
And normally on phasers, certainly the vintage phasers, it wasn't really, you've got your speed and depth, but having the actual mix of the phaser signal and the that's quite different.
Okay, how many stages does a phase 90 have?
4.
Can we make it sound like a phase 90?
Yep.
How Schwang, you're the phaser man. So, one really cool thing about this, that 6 stages gives it more depth, right? And it gives it obviously another 2 stages of phasing. And what I love about this is the rate. You can get it really, really slow. And obviously what you've just done then, you've turned up the feedback control. Now this is something that is not on every phaser. Yeah.
It is on my, where's it gone? My original Musitronics. Oh, where's it gone?
Beautiful.
Here it is, the Neutron Phaser 2.
Oh, okay.
Right. So that also has the feedback control on it. And what it does is it feeds a little bit of the signal back in, and you get this, the clarity and everything, and the effect of the phase really deepens. So have a go on this, and I'll just show you the difference. I'll turn it up with add some feedback to it.
Because planes are more associated with flanging, aren't they? Jet plane flanger. I'm still wondering about Lillian. Was that a flanger?
That's a flanger.
Yeah. I still get confused. When you hear them, it's not confusing, but I still get confused. Yeah, literally no idea what to do with the phaser. The only thing I know is the old
Funky Town.
And didn't maybe some of the old country guys use them, like
listen to the Eagles. They phaser all over that stuff. Yeah.
Who am I thinking of? Waylon Jennings, maybe. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. It's actually that bit, isn't it, where he goes... That's quite enough of that. No, that's enough of that. It is only that one bit, isn't it?
Yeah, well, there's the... They did the dual solo.
Yeah.
One of them has the phaser on. The other one doesn't.
Yeah. For anyone smacking their heads against a desk at this point, that's Hotel California by the Eagles. Don Felder and Joe Walsh in probably, I think, getting on for the best guitar solo
ever
of all time. Best constructed guitar solo of all time.
When that song comes on the radio,
they always fade it.
And they fade it out, and I scream at whoever I. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, we've gone way over time. I think. Have we? Brilliant. Just in case you're wondering, it's 5 to 7 on Friday night. It's beer and Skittles night. So it's time to go home and sit on the sofa, eat pizza, or maybe go down the pub.
Pub? That's pub. All right. Cheers, guys. Thanks for that. Hope you have a great day. Thank you to our patrons and to everyone that's gone to thatpedalshowstore.com, and thank you to our preferred retailers. All the details in the description below.
By the way, the preferred retailer in the US, Riff City Guitar, is where you can buy their Mythos pedal.
Very cool. Cheers, guys. Thanks so much. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.